everyone, welcome to my live stream, and hello Exie! Exie's always there. First thing now, you're ready to stream before I am. Okay, anyway, my name is Denise Mika Hutchins, and I'm broadcasting to you from Studio Mikarts. Today is Wednesday, which means it's time for a lucky dip. I've got all my items. I had to replace one item, so yeah, I hope that I can find this one because I really liked it, but it wasn't put away where it should have been, so anyway, for anyone who's never seen one of my lucky dips before, what I do is have a spreadsheet with all of my random art supplies on it. Then I go to random.org, pick 4 numbers, and then those correspond to the spreadsheet which items I'm going to use. And it's funny because this 144, this is the first time it's ever happened. It generated 144 2 times in a row. So that was interesting. I never had that happen before. So I'm like, well, I've got to generate a different number. I don't have, what's the point? I can't do this twice. It was to correspond to this one. Anyway, and I've been using this, I've been going through my reference books. This is like a photo collection, and that's what I draw. And the one thing I have not gotten out so far, because I was deciding what to do about this pen, is my sketchbook. So give me just a second and get my sketchbook out. That's all I have left to get in order to make this happen. So Exie, how are you? I know we just chatted yesterday, but hope everything's been going good the past 24 hours. Oh, there's a little pet hair on my sketchbook. Okay. It's really nice because I have not, let's see, I started this sketchbook in 2016 and I didn't really use it very much. But ever since I started using it for lucky dips, let's see, we're at least halfway done with it now, so that's really cool. I like that. What do I want to do? The paint from last week bled onto this page. Yeah, I think I'll skip this one because it even bled over here. So I'm actually just going to skip this page and go to this one. There'll be a little bit of green. It's just a sketchbook, so it's okay. But there's even, it's bled through 2 pages. It's definitely not meant for, let's see, what did I use? Oh, it was liquid watercolor. Yeah. Definitely not a sketchbook meant for watercolor. Okay, let me make sure this book is centered nicely. Actually, I'm going to scoot it over a little bit more so that when I do my little swatches, they won't be under the chat box. Oh, excellent. Exie, I'm doing all right. Excellent. Always glad to hear it. How are you? Oh, yes, I am good too. Well, I'm kind of tired today, so emotionally, I'm great. Physically, I'm kind of tired. I didn't have the best night of sleep, and I'm kind of tired from my workouts this week, so yeah. But I've got this. Feeling tired, but I've got this. Let's take a sip of my water. So let me introduce these items that I randomly drew. So the first one was this kuretake nihon, oh, this is upside down. Nihon date kabura hure. It's a double-ended brush pen. It's the number 55 and it has black ink. So it has like a small tip on one side and then a rather large tip on the other side. So this is going to be fun because I love these kind of brush pens. They're so fun, especially the big end. You know, doing the swirls is the best. Thank you. Thank you for the emotional support, cat. Yay! I especially got it now with the emotional support cat. That is so cute. Thank you. Oh man, I feel like I can feel my tiredness in my voice too. I feel like my voice is kind of rough today, but hopefully it's not anything anything terrible for anybody watching. I don't think it's too bad. It just feels a little more gravelly than usual. So the next thing is this. I am very interested to see if these are still alive because this is a rather old item. It's the Montana brand acrylic, let's see, I'll just read it, acrylic water-based paint markers. And here it says, high quality water-based paint marker for all surfaces, pump system, high covering, replaceable tip, and waterproof. It's a 2mm fine, and it comes with a black one. So it says metallic, but I don't think the black one is metallic. I think it's just plain old black. Does it say the color on it? Well, there's a black one, silver, maybe we could call it rose gold or copper, maybe, and then a gold. And if these are still alive, oh, they're going to need a lot of shaking, though. I can see the material has separated inside. If they are still alive, then that'll be great, because these have been fun to use in the past. So that's the second item that I got. The third one is this one, the Zig Hudebiori just brush pen. It has a single end for this one, and it's like a medium tip compared to, especially in between these two, and it's green ink, so that's fun. So many brush pens are just black ink, but this one's green. Finally, the item I had to replace was the Edding 1200 metallic pen in dark red. I had to Google it to remember what it looked like because I could not find it, and I do remember it. But it might have dried out or something, so that might be why I couldn't find it. I didn't have time to search more than the place where it should have been. So I chose this one instead. It's kind of close, and it's another metallic and a red shade, but it's more like a pinky color, I think, if the cap is any indication. So what I'm using instead is it's just a zebra brush pen. And does it have a color on it? Oh, on the back it has English. Zebra Sensations Metallic Brush Pen. No. Any color? Oh, rose. It says rose. So yeah, it's not red. It's a lot lighter. It's going to be a lot lighter than this one specifically. It's called dark red, but did not have time to search around. So I'm going to put a note here so that I remember to look for this, and then if I can't find it, to delete this line off of my spreadsheet. And then I'm going to put instead, this was just a zebra. That's right, it had the full product name on the back. Sensations Metallic Brush Pen. Closest replacement item that I had. So there's so many brush pens and so many metallic items. Also, it says pink on the English, and then here is French, and French is the one that says rose. So that's cool. I didn't know that. I guess rose means pink in French, if I can infer from this little stuff on the back. Pink. Boom. Okay. Let's swatch. Love to swatch first and see how the items work on the paper, how they work with each other. Okay, so I had this wrong in my memory. This end is not brush. This is a firm tip. So it makes the same size line every time. And it's really nice, working really great on this paper. So let's try the brush tip. Oh yeah, that's why I stopped using it. I was using this in my little journal sketchbook, but listen to this. It makes the most beautiful lines, but it squeaks. So you'll have to deal with that during this stream. Ah, yeah, right, rosé. Yeah. Oh, it makes sense. Rosé wine. Pink. And it's just like orange in English. In Japanese too. Orange. Orange. Actually, I really like it when color names come from a thing that is that color. I don't know why. It's so satisfying. Orange comes from orange. Or we have peach. Peach color comes from peach and everything. So rose being pink is nice. Isn't it? Actually, you said it looks so rich. Yes, it's so nice. If you can handle the squeaking, it makes the best marks. It's just so satisfying. I could fill a whole page with this, like, for no other reason, just to make that beautiful shape. Not trying to do anything with it or say anything, just whew, 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 whew. Okay, so that's this. I think I've made enough marks that I can try some of these on top as well. So let's do, well, no, let's just do it. I was gonna be like, let's do it in order, but whatever. Let's try the Zig Hudebiori. It's the green. Oh, it's a firmer than I expected. So it is a brush tip, but it's much firmer than this one. Still really fun. Yeah, I gotta add sound effects to my own drawing. Okay, so we're gonna jump to the end and use this one. Because there's 4 of these. I guess that's why I want to use these all together first. There's 4 of these to try. So this is the Zebra Fudebiori. No, this is the Zebra Sensations. Gosh, this one is Kuretake Zig Fudebiori. This one is Zebra Sensations. Brush pen in metallic pink. Oh, so interesting. So this has a firmness, I'd say, in between these two. Ooh, I love that metallic. I love it. Metallic ink is so fun. Comes out a tad bit dry sometimes when I make a really quick mark, but here, let me show you if it'll focus. No, let me click the button. Okay. So here's the green pen. That's the Hudebiori pen. That's nice green, like a grass green color. And then here is the metallic pink, and I think you can see the metallic shine of the ink shows up so nice. And I believe it works well, if I'm remembering correctly, it also works well on dark colored paper. So this is a nice product line. I really like this one. Of course, I don't use it very often. That's why it's on my Lucky Dip list. But whenever I get it, I'm like, yay! Okay, so yeah, I want to give everything a chance to dry before I try them on top of each other. So let's move on to the wow, it looks so cool. I gotta shake these up really really bad, but look at how cool this paint looks inside of here without being shaken up, and it's just been laying in a drawer for however long. That's such a cool pattern. I'm gonna shake it away. So about 2 in each hand. It's like maracas. I'll try to shake a beat for you. Okay, let me check. Hope you like that. Silver still needs a little bit more work. You can see it's a little, I mean, I don't know if I can get that, but okay. Yes, that dancing cow. I'm gonna give the cow a beat. Okay. I just feel like I've got to do something instead of just shaking it. because it can take a long time, especially if you haven't used these in a while. I think the silver that's just how good it's going to get. Because the gold and this like copper color look really good. They look really nice and mixed. I mean, maybe there's a little bit down here in the gold, but let's just try it and see. Okay, so these are not brush tips. They're big fat bullet tips. Ooh, juicy. Well, this is a good sign. The black one is just totally like as if it's new. Okay, silver. Ooh, I'm gonna try not to. Seems to take a little bit of time to dry, which makes sense because it's acrylic. I think these are all water-based. Ooh, silver's pretty dry. Oh, sad. It does say you can buy replacement tips, so I might need to do that. I'll try doing some. You can press the nib down on the page and it will pump. So maybe that will help refresh the tip a bit, but this doesn't surprise me though, because this has been my experience with metallic paint markers ever since I first tried them, that no matter how tight you put the cap on and you keep them in their little box and you keep it in a drawer, you just can't stop it from drying out. It does look like some paint is coming down, so maybe, there we go, I got a big blob of paint there. I'm just going to try moving the paint down. Well, maybe this will be good enough to at least do something with. I'm going to put the cap on. Since my table is angled this way, I'm going to put it tipped down so that hopefully that will help the ink come into the tip more while it's waiting for its turn. Okay, here is, I'm going to look one more time and see if it actually has a color name. Oh, this is cool. I'm sure I already read it. Yeah, I already read it, but it has the instructions for how to refill right here. Alright, let's just try it. There's no color name, so yeah, bronze or rose gold, I guess. Ah, also dry. Dry, 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 dry. So let's just pump. There we go. Oh, the pumping worked better than silver, so that's nice. Okay, we'll do the same thing. Cap it and have it be at a down angle, tip facing down, so that hopefully the ink will resaturate while we're doing other stuff. Alright, this one is also dry, so let's not even bother drawing a line. Let's try to get the ink to flow first. There we go. Ooh, it looked like it wanted to come to life. Oh, look it! It's trying. Well, I'm gonna have to be really careful because this stuff, these little blotches where I pumped the marker is super, it's still like molten. It's not fast drying. Let me get that to focus. So, yeah. But you can see the metallic nature of the ink. Very different colors. So that's nice. It's very, very different. I mean, of course the silver, but sometimes these more brownish metallic colors can look so similar that you're like, why did they even bother making this other shade? Because it looks almost the same. Okay. Oh yeah, I wanted to try stuff on top of each other. So let's try the green. Sweet. Sweet, it's not moving. Whoa, that's an interesting effect. Okay, let me show you. Wow, that's a cool effect. So first, this black ink stayed totally still with the green on top. No bleeding or feathering. And then the green on top of the metallic ink, it almost looks like the metallic ink was drawn on top of the green. The green just sort of sinks in, but the metallic stays on top, so that was an interesting result. Wow. A surprising amount of coverage here. The black ink does come through eventually, but upon the first stroke, this metallic ink completely covers it up. Wow, it's very powerful. Here's the result of that test. I'll try to find the focus button. Come on, camera, you can do it. There we go. Yeah, it's very powerful metallic pink. And here's it on the green. I don't think I need to try these acrylic ones on top of here because I'm just going to save them for last no matter what. But let's try the black on top of these other two. Wow. Ah, that's so cool. Okay, I'll show you in a sec. Squeak! Squeaky pen. Okay. Hey, camera, you wanna work with me here? No? Okay. Okay. Look how cool that is! The black ink covers the color, but not the metallic. So that's a cool effect. And then here on the green, almost entirely covers it up. You can still see a little bit, especially toward the end of the stroke where it gets lighter. You can still see, but like over here, the green is basically obliterated. Okay, so I think that's good for swatching. Let's move stuff around a bit. I'll look at my screen over here so I can see what I'm doing. So what pose are we on? Yeah, I think we did this one because I was happy because it was a larger. Yeah, and I just did like this section. So we're on the next page. What's going to be on here? Interesting. So I have a square space to work with in my sketchbook. Let me clip open this book. I've been using it so much the clips are starting to make little indents on the front, on the jacket. But that's okay. It just shows that this book is actually being used instead of just collecting dust, like, sadly, like most of my books. I love books so much, but then most of them sit on the shelf and collect dust, and it's kind of sad. Okay, I'm trying to get the book even with the jacket. The jacket keeps going up or down. Okay, I think this is good. And I'll probably need my can of house paint to keep the book flat. Yeah, it sticks up too much. Let's see. Okay. Well, sorry about the reflection on the on the stream, but I can see it better. I can see it better with the paint can, so. Maybe I will do this, like this section right here. Square vignette, I guess. Instead of trying to get this whole scene in, we'll do a little more zoomed in right there. And Yeah, I've been spoiled recently because I've been getting a pencil almost every time. It feels like no pencil this time, so I think I shall just use the small end of the, which one was this one? Kabura. The zig. No. This one's kuretake nihon datte. Yes. Nihon datte kabura. Okay. I'm gonna use the fine end. This always confuses me. Watch this. So normally I would take the cap off and put it on like that. But you can't do that with this pen. You take the cap off, flip the pen around, flip the cap around, then it fits. And it confuses me every time. But at least it does post, because I've had some that don't post at all, and I'm like just sitting there with a cap in my hand so that it doesn't get lost. So at least it does cap, but I wish it would be more what I'm used to, which is you pull it off and put it on. So, you have to flip them both. How does it work the other way? That's the same deal. Same deal with the big one. You have to take it off, flip the pen, and flip the cap in. Goes on. I guess that makes sense. Yeah, because why wouldn't it be the same way? Either way. Okay, anyway. Let's sketch. So I want to do this, so maybe the head will be, I'm going to use the head as my starting reference point. I'm going to make the head about this big. And then I'll build everything off of that. Just basic shapes to start with. It's like here's the collar, and here's the shoulder. And then the collar comes down across the chest. You can see a little bit of the other collar. And we've got the head. Let's see, I'm going to put some guidelines for the face. The caps, why? No idea. I don't know why they would do it that way. Surely you could design it. Just make this smaller. You could put it on. Maybe it has to do with the idea of... I don't know. I don't know why. Why would you make it different from every other pen in the world? Like every other pen in the world works. Well, I don't know. I've not used every other pen in the world. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I am biased because I've only used certain pens or whatever. Okay, so here's just my guidelines for the face. And then, so we're going to have the arm. The arm actually comes out at about the same height as the mouth. And the mouth is usually about halfway between the eyes and the chin. So we'll put a little line here to indicate where the mouth should be. And then that will also indicate where the arm should be coming out, that back arm. And then the sleeve comes out. And it's cool. I like this. It comes straight down here, but then it's swinging forward. Probably because the arm is swinging back. So that would be why this sleeve is swinging forward against the wind resistance, I guess you could say. The wind resistance of the sleeve is the reason why. I don't know if that's actually low enough. Let me extend that. And I think it should stick out more, actually. Okay. How about that? That's good. Okay. Arm coming out. Because of perspective, it looks quite small because it's way back there. Just a generic hand shape to start with. And add more details later. Tsuba. The grip of the sword. I need to look up the parts of the sword. Oh. I know I shouldn't be wasting time, but I just had a great idea. It's literally right in front of me. I have this book. I've had it for ages. Look at this. Yeah. Samurai. Arms, armor, costume. It's by Mitsuo Kure. So it says, there's gotta be a section with the parts of the sword. Surely. Doko doko doko. Here's all kinds of... Oh, this is so cool. It's all these different costumes. Samurai Plunderer. So cool. It's so cool. I have this in my Japan section of books. I should put this in my art section because this seems like an excellent... It does not have a specifically sword thing that I could find. Look at this. And these pictures are gigantic. There's Shinsengumi! Hee Anti-terrorist police officer. For me, Shinsengumi is Shinsengumi, but it says anti-terrorist police officer. Because of Hakuoki. I love the Shinsengumi. They made it such a romantic, I mean, literally because it's from an otome game, or like in a modern sense of romantic, but also in a more artistic romantic sense. Surely there is a section with the parts of the sword, though. Here's some different types of weapons. Oh, cool. Oh, they've got older stuff, too. Oh, yeah, neat. Okay, I know I'm getting super... distracted. I just wanted to see. I wanted it to tell me the parts of the sword. Here's the parts. Oh, there's a hair in here. Here's the parts of a armor. Oh, it's Masamune Date. Cause it has this so famous because of otaku stuff. This crescent moon and has an eye patch. That's how you know it's supposed to specifically. Oh, it says right here. His helmet also identifies him specifically as Date Masamune, as it carries a large sickle-shaped decoration, as that was the one-eyed warlord's personal motif. Man, I should actually sit down and read this book for the first time in a million years. Ah, quick! Is this Itoryu? Okay. Okay, me. Don't get too too excited and distracted. I just want to see the parts of the sword. I should just Google it. But this book was literally in my face, so... Well, not in my face, but it was like this, in my line of sight. Literally right in the middle. Boop, straight to the book. Okay. Never mind. Thank you, Exy. Half an hour to go. Alright, I indulged myself. I did not find out what the parts of the sword are called. Well, that was a fun little spare few minutes. But, let's just return to the drawing. Oh, okay. I'll just use my weird layman's terms for the sword. Grip. I got the blade. And... I think that's pretty much it for this outfit, except for like the details. So let's start adding the face. I think, yeah, I'll add the facial features and then I'll add the hair. Surprising how high the eyebrows are in this expression. It's so often with fighting poses, the expression is like angry and, or even not angry, but concentration or something. So the eyebrows are down and they're knitted in the middle and everything. But this is a relaxed expression. Yup, grip. What is this picture you put on here? What is this? Is this a Samoan? Not Samoan. What am I talking about? The Moai. Is that a Moai? Moai sculpture. Okay, nosy and mouth. Oh, excuse me. suddenly my throat was very dry. It's probably from... So I went on my run this morning and it was very cold, way colder than I thought. And I think an inversion was happening where it's the cold air keeps all the smog and stuff in. Because I don't live in that big of a city, but it's the biggest city in my state. So when we have an inversion, when the cold air is keeping all of the smog and all kinds of pollutants in, even if it's just like dirt or dust or whatever, it's pretty bad. So I think that's also part of the reason why I feel so tired after today's run is because I was running in that yucky air. So maybe that's also why I'm having a little coughing. Okay, his back actually comes out a little bit farther than this. Okay, so facial features, but no face. So let's add the actual face. And ear. And the hair. And if you're hearing snoring, that's Chappie. She's sleeping over here in her bed. Oh, I think the hair needs to come up way higher than what I've drawn it. Oh, that's way better. Okay. This is actually a great pen for sketching. I'm really enjoying it. I guess I should remember that because, like I said, I had it as my pen for my sketchbook journal, but the squeakiness of the other end was not very nice for... I like to journal at the end of the day if I have time, like right before bed. So it was not nice for getting relaxed for bed to hear this bree sound. So I switched it for a similar pen from a different brand. This end doesn't squeak. Goodness, excuse me. I think I've made his mouth too big. It's too late. Because it's in black ink, so I can't take it back. Oh well. That's all practicing. It's the point of practicing. You can't get better if you don't try. Okay. Let's call that good for this side. Because now we've got 20 minutes. I will... I was going to say I'll come back, but I'll just go ahead and use the other end for the hair. I'm going to start upside down so that I can get the taper that I want. Yeah. Oh, that squeak. Oh, man. Makes beautiful lines. I guess it's not the worst thing. I think the worst thing is when a pen or a marker usually is really smelly. Like smells like alcohol or something. This makes the best lines. Oh, thank you. That's so kind of you. Thank you. Yeah, maybe the mouth will look right to me by the end. If nothing else, there's no doubt that I have improved since the beginning of the year. Man, look how cool. This pen makes great lines for hair. So I'm trying to leave some light areas to look like shiny, like anime style. Maybe if I were to do it again, I'd put a little lower on the head, but now I know. It's like I was just saying, you just won't know if you don't try it. Now I'm just editing the shape of the hair for my own satisfaction, not even looking at that, just making it the way I'd like it for this drawing. Now let's do the eyebrows too with this pen. Yep, same. That's adorable, a soundy pen. Yep, same. I can't stand the pens that have a really strong scent. Especially because if you have to work with them for a long time, you get a headache. Again, for stylistic purposes, not for anything I'm seeing over here, I'm gonna thicken up the upper edge of the eyes. Sort of anime style is my fave. Oh yeah. Oops. That's another reason why I took the cap off and I try to put it back on, but you can't because this is the wrong end. There's a little piece of plastic in there, you gotta turn it around. Okay. I think I'm done. Oh no, the sword. The sword is black too. Well, the parts that aren't silver are black anyway. There. Okay, now I'm really done. I think, for now. With that pen. Tsugi wa... Actually have not thought very hard. Have not thought at all. About how I'm going to use the rest of these pens. Doshio. I'm thinking. How about, okay, I have an idea. I'm gonna do green coming. Man, excuse me, I'm so coffee today. Not coffee as in the delicious drink, coffee as in full of coughs. Okay, I'm gonna take the green up from the bottom and then the pink down from the top and like a color, like a gradient. A gradient effect, yes. 15 minutes left. So I'll keep that in mind because there's so much, there's so much left to use with these 4 pens, but I can use the silver one on this blade. I know exactly what I'm going to use the silver one for. There's the perfect item for it. Okay, now here's the part where they start combining. This will be nice because I drew his hand here, so this will help the hand stand out as something else. I'm trying to make the lines curve along with the fabric. So it gives it a little more dimension. I think this is going to be fun. Let's add the pink on top, starting from the top down. Yep, it is pretty fun. Ooh, especially it stands out so nicely on a big wall of green. Yeah, and it's doing the same thing for the neck as it does for the hand, because now that looks like something separate, because everything else here has some color on it. Not that section, because it's part of the neck. I think maybe, oh right, I have another black pen to use anyway, so that's what I'll do. So I was thinking that I wanted to add more black ink now that I've added this color. So that's perfect. Perfect. Ah, looks really cool. These two work great together. All right, first I'll do what I was thinking, which is add thicker lines of black ink in key areas. Even around the face, I think. Oh, there's a little pet hair on here. Okay. I like to make sure to get any little fuzzies and hairs and stuff, not just because it bothers me to have them on there, but because they can get ink or something on them, and then you draw it across the page, and then there's this bonus line that you weren't expecting because the pet hair added it for you. So there's a practical reason, not just a OCD reason, that I try to keep my supplies pet hair free. Oh, I left my speakers on. I thought I was doing pretty good about that, but I left them on this time. Just adding a little hatching. A few places. I have 3 more pens to use. But I would like to give a little bit more dimension to the areas that are the body of this character here. So that's why I just add a little bit of hatching. Ooh, okay, so silver I definitely want to use on the blade. But I won't just color it in, because the reflective part of the blade is so bright that it may as well be white, so I'll leave a little bit. Oh, and what am I going to do with the gold and this rose gold? I could add decorations to the kimono. Let's do that. That'd be fun. Just do like a little dots and stuff. Especially because these tips were rather dry, so if I do a dot, then it's easier to make sure that it's completely filled in and no dry brush effect. No unwanted dry brush effect. Yeah, how about we'll keep it only on the sleeves. So we've got a sleeve here and a sleeve there. Then that also helps separate these panels of the kimono that are for the front and the back. Try and make sure to get a variety of sizes. We'll make them go bigger as we go up higher. Okay, how much time do we have? 6 minutes, so we got time. Don't have to rush. Actually, I was thinking, I'm gonna do this rose gold on the outside of the sleeves. Maybe we'll do a little bit on the sleeves, but mostly off the sleeves. No specific reason why, just that it's kind of a cool idea, I guess. Because we're actually working on paper, not in the real world, so we could do whatever we want. It's like little fairy dust or something coming off. This is fun. It's fun to just do little dots. The metallic looks really nice too on top of all these metallic colors work really nice together. And even the green looks nice. Looks like a Christmas tree actually with these gold circles. 5 minutes, so I think what I want to do is spend a little bit more time on the face, because I feel like if I add a little bit more hatching and dimension, then I can recover some of the areas that I'm like, that didn't work out as well as I hoped. So I feel a little bit more satisfied about other areas. I gotta be careful though, because this paint, especially some of these dots came out very wet, so it's kind of dangerous for me to like, and then I'll smear it. So I do my best to keep my hand away. I gotta remember not to overdo it though, because that's always my my downfall when I try to do anime style picture. It's adding a little too much detail. Making the mouth too detailed. I'm already doing exactly what I said not to do. It's okay though, this is just for practice. It doesn't have to be perfect. Yeah, I made the mouth too wide. I'm gonna draw it right here. Yeah, it should be right here and right here, but I took it out like a, I don't know, just a couple millimeters too wide. So I know that for the future. Oh, awesome. It must look so different since you've been working and just listening. Yeah, it's turned out really good, I think. The combination of colors. We got really lucky with these. I mean, this of course was a replacement, but it was the closest thing I had, and I think that it turned out really nice. I think the red would have looked nice too if I had it. I have an idea. I'm gonna just do another experiment. Let's just put a little silver in the hair. Why not? Because I can. That's why. Ooh, fun! Alright. We have less than a minute, so let's call that good. Man, it's so fun to look at this. Let me hold it closer and yay! I love it when the camera focuses on its own. Look at that cool metallic. I mean, you can still see the couple dots that are still super wet. So I won't be closing this book yet, but look at that cool metallic shine. Ah, metallic markers are so fun! They make metallic watercolor paint too. I've never used any, but I think it would be fun sometime to use it. Alright, there is our lucky dip for today. Oh, it turned out pretty cool, I think. Okay. I'm just looking. I got distracted looking at my own picture on the monitor over here because it looks totally different on the monitor versus looking at it with my naked eye here. So yeah, sorry about that. I was so distracted. Oh, you are welcome, and thank you for the compliment. Yep. Oh, we are at time now. Yay! So that is it for today. That's actually it for this week, because I am going to be taking the JLPT, the Japanese Language Proficiency Test, this weekend. So I'm going to be traveling on Friday. So no stream on Friday. No stream on Tuesday either, because I will be traveling back home. But hopefully see you in a week's time for another lucky dip. Until then, oh, thank you. Yeah, I hope I pass. Goukaku shitara ii no ni ne. There, I did practicing Japanese. Okay, yeah, it would be great if I passed. So thank you. Yeah, have a great rest of your day and a great week. Thank you for watching.